My question that I give to every podcast hoster and everyone who's in the room is, why would a nation consisted of over 330 million people give the power to the average public person or citizen who they don't believe is intelligent enough to tie their own damn shoes to put a person in office who is going to affect their lives and yours?
Yes.
If they don't think you are smart enough to even know what you're eating or reading labels, why would I give you the power to put somebody in there who's going to mess up my life?
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We got a damn good video today. I ain't even gonna lie, it's 50 minutes. I got things to do. I got a baby on the way. But you know I gotta take 50 minutes out of my 24 hours for the Cave Fam, right? Now before we get into this video, I just wanna let you guys know this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything you see in this video. This video is entertainment and none of it is real. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, enough with the chit chat. Let's go and get into the reaction. Enjoy the show. Like a Mayan calendar.
I saw a guy talking, they're doing presentations, and the guy says, everything that has ever died in the ocean is now laying at the bottom of that ocean. All the bones of everything that's ever lived in the ocean.
Yeah.
And it talked about the process of how the ocean moves and how things like break down over time. And so he's like, so is sand just a bunch of crushed up bones of the millions of billions of things that have ever existed in the ocean?
That is actually fascinating. Building sandcastles with your kids with just dead bodies.
Oh, look, it has a moat. But it's kind of beautiful in a way, right?
When I die, I want you to make me into a castle.
I already planned on it.
Ew.
Okay.
Ew.
Good.
You're just not decomposed at
When
all.
Stop!
Don't worry, kids, it's scary now, but in a few years it's going to be really
When
pretty.
I die, I want you to make yourself a mermaid tail from the waist down.
All right, we'll do a quick symbolism lesson right now. So this church, very, very old. I'd be really surprised if the story of building this church was accurate at all. But these monoliths, okay? A monolith is the symbol for a male phallus. Now notice the triangular shape of this church. Much of this church is in a triangular, upward triangle shape. When you see the wider ones, like this window here, that is the woman. That is the opening of a woman. That's what that represents. The doors, same there. The opening of a woman. You are entering the woman. When you enter the church, you're entering the womb. Right there. Bang. All right? And there's your monolith. It's all there. There are your two pillars, Jachem and Boaz. What people don't even understand what Jachem and Boaz is, what it actually means. Okay? What the meaning of it is. Figure that out, and you, my friend, will wake up. I love you all, and this is symbolism. Now remember, this is for entertainment and satire purposes only. Just remember that. I love you all. And look up symbolism, please.
Admiral Byrd tells an extraordinary story.
Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance to the center of the Earth through the South Pole. And he took planes into the South, under the South Pole. And when he did that, he discovered that as he flew over the pole, suddenly he's looking at things that shouldn't be there. I mean, it was temperate. His squadron flew under the Earth, into the Earth,
that turns into this lush and green area, and he can't even believe his eyes. But that's just the beginning of his extraordinary story. He tells how all of a sudden he starts to see a shimmering rainbow city that's made of crystal. His airplane is taken control of when he suddenly sees these flying disc-shaped objects around them that lead him to the ground. Whereupon he's escorted into a cavernous type of an area.
We out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out, check it out. Ooh. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes into being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No, I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Remember we had that solar eclipse a couple months back? Talked about things that could possibly happen. Do you know what St. Louis was doing? What? They are currently doing a drill for a 8.6 magnitude earthquake where they're suspecting the New Madrid fault line to shift, being a catastrophic earthquake.
Where's the Madrid fault line?
Was it Kansas or Missouri?
You think we're all right though?
No. I definitely think it's going to happen. That split, there's like water where the solar eclipse went, and it goes right over the New Madrid fault line as well.
What would happen? Hypothetical situation, it splits in half, right? And there actually is a body of water. Do you think it's chaos? Like, do you think it's east versus west? It's like everyone for themselves?
Think about supply trains, right? Like to get supplies to the west side or the east side, there's going to be a giant gap.
They think it's going to be the whole nation or just like
they think
a
it's
section?
going to be a giant split. Like, I mean, catastrophic, like something we've never seen before. There's also fault lines in Wyoming, which has people a little freaked out because of the super volcano that is Yellowstone.
And what a way to go. I want nature to take us out, not nuclear warfare.
We're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
What do you guys think would happen? Say if a end of the world type scenario happened. Do you think, like the movies, it would turn barbaric and people will get desperate and start killing for a piece of steak? Or do you think, now there will be some of that, right? Because there's some of that now, right? There's people out there that will kill you for $1,000, right? There's people that do that. But I think the majority of us, we follow the rules. We stop at red lights, stop at stop signs, use our turn signals, right? I think we would help our neighbors. We would help each other. We would start coming together and start growing crops, and, you know, we'd start living like that, I think. What do you guys think? What do you think would happen if something like that happened?
Look how weird this is. Look at the guard on the right. What the hell?
Y'all know how I'm finna give it up.
Was that?
Somebody explain to me, how the hell is he doing a 160-degree perfect obtuse angle? You ain't Michael? See, they got the lizard, that's the lizard leg, y'all. Remember the lizard leg. The only way I see this shit being possible is if the boots was already there, he hopped in the boots and did this. Ain't no way, them boots was already there. Ain't no way in hell you just leaning like that. You ain't Michael. The boots are nailed to the ground and you just hopped in the boots. Or you a lizard? Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. Look. I'm just saying though, yeah, that weird. That is, he got the lizard leg.
He looks like a lizard.
Never forget, on September 10th, 2001, which was 23 years ago today, this asshole right here, Donald Rumsfeld, testified to Congress that they could not account for $2.3 trillion, yes with a T, trillion dollars from the Pentagon's budget. But you know, the next day that happened. made everybody forget. Fast forward to 2016, the DoD Inspector General bumped that number up to $6.5 trillion they couldn't account for. And some researchers in 2017 painted that number as high as 21 trillion. Who knows, man? Them books are so skewed, who frickin' knows if we'll ever know? I wonder where all that money went from the $1,200 coffee cups and the $10,000 hammers. Defense contractors making bank! Wonder if it's gone to some of these, you know, those UFOs people see in the skies. A lot of people think they're aliens. Some of them might be, but I think most of them are man-made. You know, like those triangle ones. Which company makes those? Or maybe that money's gone to the deep underground shit. Wherever it went, I think we have the right to know, at least some of it.
See, what y'all not finna do, man, is act like Buddy wasn't already dead, man.
I thought so.
Now, something is really going on. Now, I know for a fact, I ain't trying to be on that trend of this Mandela effect shit, but ain't this why he died out of Coming to America? What the fuck? Ain't Buddy been dead, man? Man, I think they really fucking with us, man. Something going on, man. This motherfucker died. Dude been dead, man. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only motherfucker. This motherfucker been dead, right? Put in the comments, man. Leave that shit down at the below, man. Comment, share. Buddy been dead. This not right, man. It's not right. Is they fucking with us?
I thought so. Because I remember, like, the dude from Sandlot, right? The neighbor from Sandlot. When I saw that, I was like, I thought he was already passed, right? Do you guys remember that? Or am I tripping? Did it just happen?
You guys remember this video over here where this guy showing y'all how this mini portal works, and then you see the Aurora Borealis or the Northern Lights coming through? Y'all see that? Well, this lady over here is showing how they just erected a huge one in Detroit, Michigan, y'all.
Y'all see this? Now, I'm finna go up here and show y'all, because it's like it's on some type of hill, like a mound.
Y'all see that? They said this is for art, but when you look around it, there's no other art pieces around it. It is the only thing erected in this vicinity. And this thing is huge, y'all. Look at that. This thing is so big.
There's much more to this portal than they are telling us. Now I'm finna show y'all it's on some type of hill, like I said, a mound.
Do you guys remember this one as well? This one is also in Detroit, Michigan, with the Scientology building right behind it. Y'all see that? So obviously something is getting ready to happen. This is what look, transcending, literally, about, again, going through the portal. And then the Fibonacci sequence numbers over here, because everything is in the shape of Fibonacci. And then toward the end of the video, this happens. Look at all these particles flying in the air. Look at all these particles flying in the air. And that was due to this mini portal. So if this mini portal is doing that, look at how big this thing is, y'all. Check it out. It's also the Omega symbol too. The Alpha and Omega. Yeah, things are heating up, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift. Peace.
This UFO just turned into a human being.
Check this out.
It's definitely like a ball of something. An orb UFO. And now it's a person.
Little Mexican kid. Only in Mexico some stuff like that happens.
Someone explain that to me, please. So can aliens shapeshift into human beings? I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Then it just disappears again. It's just crazy that he just turned into a human being. This ball of light turned into a human being. As always, thanks for watching. Stay weird, y'all.
Can you imagine seeing that on your Ring camera? You get a notification at night. Roll over, check it out. You see a little orb turn into a little kid. And it disappears.
These are like layers under the city. So imagine there's like 5 layers under the city, right? So we go from the sewers to the electricity tunnels to the infrastructural systems to the bunkers, and then we started getting into what are called deep level systems, right? And they're very similar to bunkers that the U.S. government is building here that they call DUMBs, deep underground military bases, right?
How easy was it to get into those?
It took us years. It took us years. It was quite a lot of research. But I mean, at some point we got into what are called the BT deep level tunnels, British Telecommunications deep level tunnels. And at this point we're like, 100 feet underground. And one of the explorers I was with is like, there's a manhole above us. I was like, what do you mean there's a manhole above us? We're in the deepest level right now. And we pop this manhole and a camera swivels, and stares at us. Like, oh God, and then we realized we were into some critical shit.
See now, y'all, the ocean really is space, because how can you come across this and not think this is an alien? Because look at this shit. They are calling this the glass octopus, and this is a very rare occurrence to basically meet up with these bad boys or girls, whatever they want to be. Now, these things are so rare to find that scientists only come across them when they have been found in the stomachs of predators. But it being almost transparent helps it blend in with the ocean and avoids a lot of predators. Now, what you're looking at here is its digestive system, its optic nerve, and its eyes. This is what's helping it maneuver throughout the environment that it is in. And then the speckled spots that you saw earlier was just its membranes that's literally all around its whole entirety of the body. Now, octopus in general are such a rare species that we rarely have any type of information on them. And then to come across this thing over here, yeah, that looks crazy, y'all. This whole thing. And no, this is not AI. This is a real octopus, y'all. They are literally in space trying to find new aliens, and this is one of the aliens that they have come across, y'all.
What in the alien is this? What? Stop and watch this. I have absolutely no explanation for what I'm about to show you. Is this editing? Someone explain this. It's 2 different people.
What the hell?
What? Huh? Like, what? How they do that? Let me just say, I understand that we have technology now. We do. But that's a straight continuous shot. That looks like it's off a cell phone. And listen, I'm a person who wants to believe. Let me just say, I want to believe. I want to say, hey, you only know what you think, I want to, but there is a skeptical side about me, and there's a skeptical side that I like to be very rational. And of course, a lot of us go to, it's an ad and that. But sometimes, guys, it's not. Don't you ever think that they give us these things for a reason for us to use that as the rationale so we don't believe in what we're actually seeing is real? Did you ever think that? You ever heard of reverse psychology? What Obama say? Flood of sewage with so much misinformation that when they see the truth, they don't know it. This is one of those situations. And there's a lot of situations where a lot of us, through our own insecurities, through our own fear of the unknown, use rational explanation until you personally go through something that you can't explain, and then you're a believer. But what do you think? What in the fucking alien? That was 2 people!
This video is so crazy, it's probably gonna go over most of y'all's heads. Just let y'all know, we have a lot to get into. This is The Weeknd's concert. This is probably the craziest thing I've seen so far. Just wait until I tell you who they're alluding to that's trapped behind this wall for this period of time, but who cannot get out. And even when it gets out. Alright, let's go to the beginning. Notice the background. There's like this medieval building, or these dark ages, what they call the dark ages, and notice what he's wearing. So this building and this scene is supposed to take place at a time in the world where mankind was doing amazing things and had amazing structures going up everywhere. Maybe a time of peace. You can obviously see that the building has religious ties to it as well. And one of these songs is called Faith, I Found My Religion. I scrubbed the internet so freaking hard for y'all to show you this. This image and many more like it were put on the internet about 10 years ago, and they tried to scrub all of it because in the other pictures, and this one too, you can clearly see on his neck it's Baphomet. And this is The Weeknd. So his destiny was already chosen for him. All the other pictures are gone. I'll have to make a much longer video for Facebook and YouTube because this is just brushing over the very top. The Byzantine Empire was about 1,000 years of peace, known for having coins of Jesus on it. And I have images of so many coins having the literal name of God on it. So we have this whole religious set, The Weeknd's a priest, and there's this huge entity behind him trying to break out of something. And then we have this magical light transition to the after hours. The priest, The Weeknd, was celebrating the release of the entity behind the thing, which is also the Statue of Liberty without the chain. They're celebrating the reign of Satan. I'll break it all down tomorrow. There's not enough time in a reel.
My question that I give to every podcast hoster and everyone who's in the room is, why would a nation consisted of over 330 million people give the power to the average public person or citizen who they don't believe is intelligent enough to tie their own damn shoes to put a person in office who is going to affect their lives and yours?
Yes.
If they don't think you are smart enough,
yes,
to even know what you're eating or reading labels, why would I give you the power to put somebody in there who's going to mess up my life?
Yes.
We have to think here.
Yes.
To vote means to wish, etymologically.
Yes.
So if you just say vote, 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 you are a fool, fool, fool. I'll just say it that way. If you don't put money behind your candidate, you will not get one. What you will get is a person who looks like they're going to fight for you, but they are fighting for the person who pays them.
Yes.
That's how this goes. The number one thing you must do when it comes to looking at specifically presidential candidates is who is funding them.
What did you guys think of that debate yesterday? I didn't watch the whole thing. It got too much. We got people over here talking about ducks and people getting eaten, which we got a clip coming up of that, right? We had somebody over here every other time they went to her, she pledged to us, right? It's too much. It's too much. Too much nonsense on both sides. I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. There's not many clips at all from that on here. I don't even think there's any on here from that debate. It was just too much. We're getting away from that, y'all.
The Chinese are doing, you think, on the backside of the moon. Do you have any insights in that?
They are going to have a lander on the far side of the moon, which is the side that's always in dark. We're not planning to go there.
Now,
And
it's
why
not always in dark,
and
though.
What's the benefit of doing so? We don't know what's on the backside of the moon, so that would be something that they would discover. But our decision is that it's more profitable for us to go to the South Pole of the moon because we think that's where the water is.
Why do you think they made that decision? I'm curious.
I have no idea.
Right. So China, we know China's doing something and we're not going to try to beat them to it.
That seemed to define the term willful ignorance, where you're like, no, I just don't want to know.
Right. When have we ever done that in the history of this country?
In Mexico, this radar picked up this image.
Hold on.
What?
And it looks exactly like the Hadron Collider.
CERN.
Yeah, CERN. Like almost identical. But apparently there's over 30,000 particle accelerators in operation around the world.
What's a particle accelerator?
The
For the
CERN.
audience who don't know.
It's the CERN.
Yeah, but what does it do? Remind me.
It's to find the God particle. Basically,
Has what implications? What?
Just go watch our first episode.
I remember talking about it with you guys, but what does it do?
like they think the God particle is the particle that it would make up like dark matter and
evil.
Not necessarily evil, but like this particle that we don't understand. It
It
makes
could-
up everything.
They're just dabbling in the dark arts.
Yeah.
Literally trying to become God, which has
Yeah.
always been a good thing. When we try to become God, good things happen.
Good things happen.
Always have, always will.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Don't
No.
do that.
Just live your life the way you're supposed to.
As a man, as a mortal, not as a god. Stop it.
You don't know 99% of the sports games is fixed? Huh? You don't know that? There's something wrong. Fixed. It's $100 trillion industry, and they give these punk black sons of yours $100 million and at death they ain't opened up nothing. They don't own nothing. Huh?
It's true.
Michael Jordan was living in his car, broke the last 2 years before they killed him. Huh? but they play all
these Hollywood parties.
You say Michael Jordan? You mean Michael? Nah, not Michael Jackson. Let's go back a little bit. Did he say Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan was living in his car, broke the last 2 years before they killed him.
His dad, maybe?
But they play all
these Hollywood parties. Marlon, you been to the Hollywood parties. What's going on at these Hollywood parties?
I left early.
They always say it, huh? They all say it. I left early. I was there, but I left early. The hell out of here.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body, and you gotta tell him no.
I've been to plenty Diddy parties. I left early. I swear to you, I've never seen
the stuff that they claim to be going on.
I never seen it. You know what I mean? Even if I'm me and, you know, back in the day, it'd be me and some chicks. It'd be me and some chicks. I don't need me, some chicks, and some dicks. Nah, this is my party. This is my swell.
Ain't no Amtrak going.
You know, I see drugs. You know.
Yeah.
I don't be seeing like. I'm not a man that's about the gangbang.
100 days that made me old. Since the last time that I saw your pretty face.
Statue?
Perfeito, né, amor?
Oh, shit.
Eu tenho lá, né, amor?
Nossa, tá no zoom. Gigante. Tamanho do cara, rapaziada. Vocês viram lá, ele sentou.
I don't know what that was, but people weren't freaking out, so I don't know. I think if that was a giant, people would be freaking out, screaming, pointing, pictures, right?
The moon is empty. You can see on the new moon, you can see a ring, and there's black, and you can see it's a hole. Clearly, it's a hole. You go through it.
What do you think the planets are? They're light? It's not like dirt. Mars isn't like dirt?
It's not.
So they're not landing Mars rovers on Mars, right?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. What they're doing is they're going to places like Greenland with very, very exotic landscape, and they're making it look like it, and then they're colouring it to look red and what have you. If you go to Wikipedia, which I'm in now, and you look up under Saturn, in the first sentence it will tell you that Saturn is a gas giant. And then you go to Jupiter, and it tells you that Jupiter is a gas giant.
Yeah.
Then you ask what the sun is, they say it's hydrogen and helium. Well, that's gas. Why is Venus or Mars or the moon where they landed, why is it an exception? You can see with your own eyes that it's a light. Ptolemy, for thousands of years before the Jesuit Copernicus turned up and made a spinning ball, was saying all of the 7 planets are entirely luminous. They are portals.
Oh, you're telling me there's no moon there?
There is.
It's not a solid object?
It's a more attenuated transcendental material. What you are seeing there is the dance of the gods, the moon, the sun. These are gods. They are gods. They are archangels. The Jews, they'll tell you, in Kabbalah, they'll tell you the moon is Raphael, Mercury is Gabriel, etc. The sun is Michael.
I'm not allowed to say certain things, but this is how they hide everything. So if you want to understand what you are, where we are, this ebook will literally unveil that to you.
There's no way that's Egypt. Is that really Egypt, y'all? That's Homer in front of a minivan with some horse legs. Is this legit? Because I've been seeing this on some reactors channels, right? Is it real? Let me know down below. Nah.
Why do you have a bird?
Here's trunk right here.
Why do you have let me have the bird. I have the bird. I have the bird. I know how to hold the bird. Let go of the bird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to show
No, the bird is not your bird. Take you and for you where you belong. I know you're scared. I don't know what he was doing with you. Take you away from them. Make sure you can fly okay and let you go. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone here. You probably do too. This is a young seagull. It still has juvenile plumage on its head.
They're finna cook that thing up with some fish.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Can you fly? Come on. Let's see you fly. You're a fledgling. Sugar, your tail feathers. Go in the water because they're going to bother you.
Feathers are all messed up.
I don't want to take you away from your home. Go back to your parents. I know, I know. You'll be able to fly very soon. This bird is a baby. Leave it alone. The bird is a baby. No, no. Let it be. You stay away from him.
You probably dreamt about how your first NFL start would go. Let's see here. 28 carries, 147 yards. How did the real thing, how did the real thing compare to what you dreamed it would be like?
Honestly, just thinking about it, I told Christian, I said, I don't know how you do it, man. It's a long game, but, you know, this is just the beginning, and, you know, we're going to see where we go from here.
When did you find out that you were going to be starting?
When did I find out? Maybe Friday night, you know, something like that. I was always prepared. I mean, we went through training camp. You know, I was RB1 at training camp, so, you know, just been preparing from there and just, you know. You find out you started that question right there is why I'm at. That's why I don't like really talking to me, because you say one thing wrong, and then, you know, just skip that question.
Okay, I don't know the backstory on that. Was it reported that it was a last minute decision and the script thing came out, you know, Friday, he let himself slip up a little bit when the lights were on him? Is that what happened? I don't follow the Niners, right? They're in my division, but I don't really follow the Niners. Was he a last minute start and they told him you were going to start Friday and have all these yards? Let me know, my Niner fans, what's going on over there?
I want you guys to look at this creepy ass drone footage, because no, it's not some 50 years post-apocalypse AI video. It's actually real. And this is currently the coast of China right now after Typhoon Yagi. I mean, who would have thought? Too much wind for wind turbines.
Yeah.
Classic 2024. 6 of them were destroyed, all of which were valued at about $3 million. But for the ones that stayed up, got some good electricity out of them. Anyway, Yagi ain't no joke.
Go back to Tepe, something that is hardly ever talked about is the fact that this is only about 10%. So imagine how massive this site is if only 10% is dug up. And the soil, most of the soil from here that buried this place is not from here. So I want you to try to imagine a Stone Age culture just coming out of the Ice Age, being able to say, you know what, let's go about 300 to 400 miles away and get some soil and bring it over here and bury this whole site. It's just not going to happen. You need advanced logistics and advanced technology to bring soil from somewhere else to bury this. Why did they bury it? We don't know. We have no idea why it was buried, but this site was buried on purpose, and the soil that buried it isn't from here. It's mind-blowing. We're seeing evidence, in my opinion, of advanced technology.
Maybe a great flood, right? Brought soil from 300-400 miles away, washed over it. That's my hypothesis.
The point of this whole fucking thing, the 3D thing, was to understand black and white. And why black and white was black and was white.
What's the what does that mean? What does that, what do you mean? You're talking about the two polarities.
And they're the same thing. In truth, black and white are the same.
You can't
thing.
have light. You can't have shadow without light.
Right.
Disturbing video from the dark web has recently surfaced,
Looks like Stephen
showing
King.
an ape that appears to have the ability to speak, and he says some pretty disturbing stuff about the devil and the ability to talk to other humans.
Jumanji.
Now, it has been theorized by some that apes were smarter back in medieval ages and they actually lived alongside humans, as there were many artistic depictions of them living much like a human would have during that period. There even seemed to be some who were considered royalty within their own communities. In many of the depictions, the apes are also shown to be walking on both feet and appear more humanoid, which might mean that they are a whole different species than the apes that we have today. Perhaps they're a missing link in the evolutionary lineage. Perhaps the truth really is put in plain sight, and at one point in history there really was a planet of the apes. And after seeing that dark web video, it got me thinking about this one guy who claims that he's gone past the ice wall, said that he went to the continent of Apesia and saw ape or gorilla-like humanoids that lived there. While he was on his way to Patasia, he stopped there and he saw what looked to be like savage people, he said, with fur all over them. But he got out of there quickly because it was dangerous.
Yeah, but inside this 3-star motel, this what really freaked me out up here by the front door. Not this. See the latches, bro. This what freaked me out. Right by the front door. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm out of there.
What the fuck is that? That's some creepy, fucked up shit. Now how a bitch supposed to feel safe?
You hear that closet rattling?
There you go.
Trigger warning. They feed you this as a celebration, and then they sell you these, tell you that they're good. They tell you to drink this when you first wake up in the morning because it's the best part of the day. Getting you hooked on all of these every single morning, again with partaking in all of the snacks throughout the day, and then we honestly wonder why we have energy crashes. And we keep moving on to things like this, ultimately leading you here. And you think that it's called, you know, the pharmacy, health and wellness. Your food that you partake in every day should be your first mindset on, is this going to help me thrive, or am I going to be set up for metabolic dysfunction? So how about trying to do more of these with diverse fibers everywhere? We want to focus on healthy fats, proteins, and fibers. Maybe try to shop on the outside of the grocery store and look at your local meats. Do they have grass-fed? Some actually deliver to your door.
Now I'll say what, 80, 90% of the people at that pharmacy, in the hospital, me included, I go to the pharmacy. You guys know my story, right? If you don't, go find it. I posted a video a while back explaining my story a little bit. I would like to dive in a little more. Maybe one day. Because of the food, right? It's because of the food. I know with me, I should be thriving, feeling 10 times better. But I got these addictions, y'all. Coffee every morning. I've been drinking coffee every morning. I don't remember the last time I haven't had a cup of coffee in the morning. I'm addicted. I need it.
This is an interesting video coming out of China that was captured by a couple of witnesses. Take a look at on top of the clouds. What does it look like to you? And what's going on? This one I actually have to question. Is this real or is this AI or CGI? I don't know. It's a tough one. So I'm going to leave it up to you to decide. Take a look at this and tell me what you think.
So there are phenomena that are emerging from other dimensions that occasionally interface with this dimension of 3D space-time, and people will call them alien, but they're not. A lot of people will see something like that, and there is evidence for strange, like Stranger Things, right? And those can be from another dimension, but they're not extraterrestrial. An extraterrestrial biological entity is from another star system and planet. To go from point A to B, they are dropping out of linear space-time and traversing other dimensions. So some of the phenomenon that's extraterrestrial looks very, very close to something from another dimension.
Gresh never said extraterrestrial or alien, he said interdimensional. I think that that's incredibly important. They're not necessarily a biological entity from another planet per se.
Perfectly calm when suddenly this happens. A flock of black birds swirl to the ground. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Hundreds of the birds appear like a plume of black smoke. A moment later, many of them fly off, but lots are killed on impact. The video was caught on a surveillance camera in Mexico. So what's going on here? There is speculation the birds were hit by toxic fumes or electrocuted. But this expert says they were likely under attack by a predator. Whatever the cause, it's pretty amazing.
Alright fam, there you have today's reaction. Man, I don't know how these reactors come in here and bang out 2 hours of TikTok. Man, I start getting tired at 40 minutes. TikToked out right now, y'all, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's reaction. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back with another video tomorrow, love. Be back with another video tomorrow. I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. Keep it up, y'all. You guys make my day with the comments. I know I don't get to all of them, but believe me, I see them, y'all. So this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. Everybody have a good day today. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow with another reaction. Later.